Hello and welcome back to another casual night chit chat show. Now, before we begin, a little bit of housekeeping, and more importantly, I need to say this first. Okay, Twitch has been quite a mess for me for the past couple of streams slash episodes. Actually, predominantly a couple of streams. Okay, for the episode, I managed to kind of edit my way out of that issue, but that's the problem. Editing videos post stream, and that's not fun. Yeah. For some reason, I need that's why I want to do a what you call this, a system check for my stream, for my machine, not just for the stream. Is that Twitch has been chopping out my videos, like drop stream and then restart the stream again, and it's annoying. It's very annoying. I don't like it. Okay, for sure, I don't like it. So for now, I hope this is the last, or rather the previous stream is the last problem or last issue for this, because it's just not fun at all. All right, anyway, that's that. And now let's begin with some, what do you call this? Oh, no, wait, hold on a sec. September 3, that's where I need to down. Yeah, no, because a lot. Stream from September 5th, September 10th, September 10th, surprisingly, no problem. But September 12th, we have issue, like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. Anyway, that's that. 3. Yeah, I need to double check a few things because I need to download them to my machine and make and do an edit. And I think that's the reason why I have been off-putting uploading videos to YouTube. Yeah, it's just off-putting. Okay, now today we're gonna do a much more, I would say, upbeat, positive topic. Right, for the past few streams we've been talking a lot about, I would say, lots of negative, not saying negative stuff, but lots of things that unfortunately I need to put it out because it's almost end of the year. So, and then we need to analyze the stream health. No, the stream health. Yes, the stream health, right? My streaming health, and that is by audience and audience interaction. No, reception, reach. I'm gonna call it audience and reach. Yeah, and oh boy, data shows everything, right? Not so fun. Not so fun. Nothing. Not saying nothing I cannot do, but it's painful. Yeah, it is painful. So today we're gonna do a little bit different. We're gonna move a little bit away from all this stuff, and then we will talk, or rather, not say talk. We will go through the games that I would like to check it out. No, okay, I messed it up. Basically, we want to see what works, what type of game will work using Twitch chat. Like, what is the best possible way to do it and approach. And of course, there are some projects I would like to do a vanity project. And it's more like a vanity project. Like, yeah, I would like to see how it looks like. And I think this is one of those things that I've talked last few episodes and stream as well, whereby we want to see what I can, not say what, see what I can do, more like what should I do next year. Yes, so that's the number one thing that I want to, not say talk about it, but that's that. And after looking at things, truth to be told, I do enjoy the game dev part. Now, game dev on live stream, we also did check the average audience on Twitch. Not that hot. Not that hot indeed. So we're gonna just leave it there for now. And that's that. Yeah. So the next thing is, since Twitch is primarily a game, I've been streaming game for so long, and um, okay, I promise this is gonna be the last one. I'll whine about it. Okay, not getting views, right? And not the reason why it's not get. I'm not so much of an upset of why it's not getting views, but at the same time, if my channel is stagnant, then it's pretty much going nowhere. And then comes back to the same question that I have been talking about. Is it worth continuing? Okay, so that's it. That's the whining part. All right, I'm done with it for the day. We want to go a little bit more upbeat, okay? A bit more um, energetic. That's also a good thing though. Unfortunately for all this, it's a little bit different. So I try to, okay, quick little thing. Obviously I want to put first and foremost, I want to try to do a little bit different than a typical stream, but at the end of the day, I think you can't run. Content is king. Yeah, you really can't run away. So there it is. Okay, just want to put it out. And that's it. Yeah, that's really it. Okay, cool. So with that, all right, let's take a quick thing and let's see. So what type of games can we build that would utilize the Twitch chat system? Okay, not just Twitch chat. I have one more, I won't say challenge, but I want to try this out, whereby can I do a Twitch chat versus no, not Twitch chat, yeah, Twitch chat versus Kick chat. That would be quite interesting. Yeah, if I can do that, that would be fantastical. Truth to be told. But that's a prime example of a vanity project. Yeah, so that's that. And that's about it. Okay, so let's take a quick look at what type of games. I believe there's a handful of games out there that not say fulfill the same requirement, but it's around there per se. So one of it, or rather the most popular one, if you have not seen it, it's usually the marble race style. Right? Every chat just enter like join, and then we start the game. I have kind of a, not to say a similar version, but I have a basic version of that. So we already have it. It's on. I already developed that game, and obviously the game can be better. Can be better, and that's one main reason why I still want to continue the game dev part. Right, to learn more stuff, to challenge myself, to make more, basically create content, and not just a content, but interactive content. Haha, that's like two in one. Yes, sirree. Okay, so that's one. Another one is usually an arena style PvP. Okay, no. So marble race is literally a race. Okay, simple as that, right? It's just a quick little racing game. And then of course you have your typical arena thing, where you put AI in an arena that your character will walk around, and then there will be traps and whatnot. And then there is a game that almost made it. I would say it's almost there, but maybe it's not, right? And that is a game called Brawl Fall, right? Now, obviously this year I will put a lot of not say put a lot. I will still talk about what Tyrannus Studios is doing, which is Brawlers and its other games. However, sadly, okay, half. You know what? Half. Oh my goodness! I just realized half of their game, kinda not that great. Not that great. Good news, not say good news. The silver lining, not say good news. It's not a good news. And I want to make something fun. Um, the silver lining is that at least they tried it. Now, the trying part is not the biggest problem, which, you know what, I don't want to get into the tonight's stream, so I'm gonna just leave it up, okay? I really don't want to get into it because it's too much. It's too much. It makes me remember stuff that I told myself, you know what, it is done. Let it go. Okay, so we have those style of games. Can I search out? I think I can search. Okay, so we have Marble Race, Marble Run, not Marble Race. Sorry, so we have Marble Run. So I'm just gonna just do a quick screenshot, and we're gonna do a show and tell. Right, today we do more about this type of stuff. Yeah, you know what? For today, we want to change the thing a little bit because tonight, as expected, is going to be a cold night, which means we are going to get 0 games from brawlers, and we want to find other stuff as well. Like, then that's the part we want to talk about. Like, what if we do not stream brawlers? That's so that I've been talking that a lot from what do you call this? A lot since huh. I actually forgotten how long did I start. Yeah, I did not. I forgotten when. Ooh, no. You know what? No, we're not gonna go through that too much because I've been talking that a lot. Okay. So anyway, so that's that. And yeah. Okay. So back to the topic at hand. Okay, so marbles on stream. That's what's the game called. Can I bring that up? Because I know, well, one thing I know my overlay is all messed up. I don't like it. Yeah. Okay. Cool. There we go. So we have marbles on stream. This is the inspiration ish that made me want to do a little bit for Twitch chat in general for viewers, right? At least have an interactive thing going on. So that's one way to put it. Another one, okay, so if we don't use marble race, okay, we're gonna use Twitchy Tide. That is the next best, not say next best thing, but that's the next best example of an arena style game per se. Yeah, there are many other games that follows the same thing, so it's exactly the same type of gameplay. So let's see, battle bowls. I can't log. Wow, it requires me to log in. I don't want to log in. Okay, I don't want to log in. That's the reason why. Okay, just create bat. Oh no, boo, boo. This is boring. No, no, it's too annoying. Okay, no, 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 no. I don't know how to load. Critters Grok. This is the OG one that made me want to do something like that. Is this the correct one? No, 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 no. Game. Wow, I can't search for it, bro. Sadly. Ah, there we go. Fish Royale. Critter Craft. Yeah. Okay, sweet. Yep, so there we go. This is the game. Very simple. Yeah, we got Twitch, standard. Yeah, just do a standard. Ugh, really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Unlimited. There we go. There we go. Simple. Simple as that. And then of course there will be some random there we go, random hazard moving here and forth, and then we have random power up as well. Of course you can type is there a command somewhere? I know there's a command, I just forgotten where the command is. Okay, so that's that. And most games it's either these two. Ooh. Didn't see it, but there's KO somewhere around here. All right. Okay. So now, how can we do this type of games? Because I think community games are the best. Oh, we looks like we have a winner. Yeah, there we go. Winner, just like that. Okay. Yeah. So we have rank. Then we got play again. Yeah. Simple and easy. I could make a game like this on Unity and put it on my stream. The only difference is because I did something a bit different. I want something like an overlay rather than taking the whole entire screen up. So if next year, all right, I'm gonna say this: if next year we will still continue to do game dev, we will do something that is full screen. We're gonna have some fun for it. So that's 100%. I want to do that. With that, I kind of messed up my overlay. Oh boy, my overlay is all messed up. Okay, why my overlay is messed up? Let's see. Is it because of you? No, not you. No, but my Unity is. No. The never-ending fight between my overlays. Yeah, it's annoying. It's very very annoying. I The never-ending battle. Okay, no, I think I'm feeling it's my overlay. No, I don't know whether it's my overlay or not. No, you know what? No. It feels like it, but it's not. But at the same time, it is. It is, yeah, it is annoying. Right? It is annoying. I'm not gonna lie. Super, super annoying. No. Where is my can avatar area? No, 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 no. It's under layout. Give me a sec. I want to test a few things. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I'm not gonna do too much of any poking, so that's that. Okay. So back to the question at hand is what type of games can we make? An arena style or whatnot? So I think let's do something unique. Let's do something unique. I want to do something. Okay, I want to do something like an adventure game, but at the same time, it can run by itself without. Okay, I'm gonna just load up a MS Paint. I'm gonna draw out something. This is gonna be a next year project if I were to continue game dev, and it will follow some of the things that I have built, and it will use some of the it will use the existing assets that I've built. Okay, so it goes something like this. I want to make a game next year, if it when I can continue. It will be something like an adventure game. So let me get a brush. Okay, cool. So okay, so adventure game. Basically, there will be a party of heroes. Okay, so we have at least one guy. Obviously, we start with one. This is going to be slightly more roguelike. Okay, so the audience can do two things, which is this is the fun bit. Right? Obviously, number one is decision. The key thing is the community or the viewers can tell and dictate what happens. So the hero will push to it. So basically, it's a dungeon, right? It's going to be a dungeon run. Okay, so it's going to be a dungeon run. Now, the audience, viewers can vote for decisions. And then if it's fail, so fail will be decisions R and G. There we go. So if it fails, it will go to just RNG section. That's it. And to describe how it goes is, so basically the hero enters a dungeon and then it will try to grab a treasure. That's the most straightforward thing. And okay, so we have this, and then okay, so what can you choose? All right, so you can choose route. Obviously decisions. Okay, and then the fun bit is if you are a returning viewer, if you accumulate enough points, you can be the dungeon master. That means you can kind of put For example, you can dictate whether the hero will get into it, will have better RNG. For example, I'm just going to give you a short run on how the game goes. All right, so that the game start with the hero in a maze. All right, it's all a maze, and then the hero will just walk forward. Okay, once it comes to now the maze is a fun thing. I think the maze you can see. Yeah, so you can so every time the character, the hero gets into a junction, all right, whether to either move forward, any junction, right, T junction, cross section, you can choose where the hero should take, right, left, front, I'm gonna say left and front, right, left, right, straight ahead. Okay, so that's the first thing, first decision you can do, right? You can choose the route. Now, why would this impact the game? So the game it is following some of the roguelite rules. So for every tile example that the hero takes a step, your stamina, hunger, whatever will decrease. Aha. So, and of course, when your hunger goes 0, you take HP damage straight up. And then if your hero dies, game over. All right, and then this is the fun bit. Okay, which is very important down the line. Okay, because there is a point system and whatnot. And this is using the existing things that I've made. So on one end, fantastic. Another end, I could make it into, no, not I could. It will be a single player game. So all these things I made it kinda can, port into a single player experience per se. So that's one thing we want to do. Okay, so of course the decision is very straightforward. You can choose the route that the hero takes, and because it is a maze that everyone can see what route to take. All right, you want to be a good guy, right? Literally direct the hero from the shortest path, or you can literally be a troll. You want to mess up the game, that's also doable, and that's the reason why I want to put that, right? Decision making. And of course there will be a timer, like for example you have 5 to 10 seconds to make you need to input your decision. The highest vote gets that. Okay, so that's one. Number two, during a combat there will be key choices to make. This one is a little bit different. All right, so every X amount of turns or whatnot, so that's why I'm still working on it. It's just up in the air. I have a few game mechanic I would like to try. So it is going to be a turn-based-ish. And it's kind of an auto attack like what you see right now on the stream, right? If I were to switch to screen, right, it'll be exactly like this. And the difference is that I have a built-in command already for this game. And if you type special on screen, okay, it will do a special attack. So if I type special, it will do a special attack. And then of course there will sadly there's no notification for this, but we can do it. All right, we can do a few things. So during combat we have the most basic of basics. Okay, you can dictate the combat style, right? Offensive, defensive, or you can run away. Very straightforward. And that part I still thinking how I want to implement that, so question mark, don't know yet. So I'm gonna leave it for now because we're not gonna go too deep for this. So that's number two. Okay, when you encounter a creature, now if you run away, the problem is when you run away, that's the reason why the combat thing is still kinda not complete in a way. Like I don't know how to pursue this part. Okay, so for now that's it. And last but not least, okay, so let's say you are a returning viewer. Oh no, wait, before we go to that part, so these are the two game mechanics I want to add. Oh, and yeah, so the next one is more of a DM choice rather than a player choice. So every time you clear a section of the dungeon or a level, you get your typical roguelike, right? You have 3 choices and what you can choose. That is also part of it, right? You can decide what type of power up your character will get. When it comes to equipping weapons, you also have that decision as well. Do you want to equip the weapon or not when you pick up a new weapon? And I can guarantee it's gonna be chaotic, right, when it comes to all of this, because there will people will try to troll. Huh. Okay, now once everyone has played through, let's say you came in and you tuned into my stream for quite some time, you have played at least a handful of game, right? There will be a part where you can not say exchange for points, like you can before the game starts or per se you can lock into your role, like okay, you know what, I want to be a dungeon master for this session. And the dungeon master, you can do stuff like, all right, you can whenever there will be a, not say every time there will be a something, but you can purposely like, okay, you know what, it's time for a combat, it's time for some traps. You can do the typical dungeon master stuff. And then when it comes to combat, you're technically controlling the monster, so you can do a few things as well, like special attacks, or more often you can do more special attack. For example, there will be a special player attack that is guaranteed, right? We want to give players more stuff to do, and then we want to also, or rather I want to, okay, the reason why I use we, because you are tuning in, and that's that. So we also want to reward, like, okay, so once you get to a certain, if you get enough points per se, all right, you have like veto powers, like, okay, you know what, all your power, all your suggestion is rubbish, all right, use my suggestion, ta-da. But of course, when you use special stuff, your points will get deducted, so you have to rebuild some of it. So it is still part of the currency system that I kind of built into the game a little bit. So that's that. And technically speaking, I can kind of start a little bit on revision for this for my Twitch game, because it's actually quite close. It's very, very close. The only difference is I need to redesign a few things and then change a few things, but I think that's the best way to go forward. Yeah. Okay, so that's that. And that's it. That'll be a next year game. That'll be pure. Okay. Now I could put that on the side. Yeah, we can do it just text-based. Truth to be told, we can just do it just text-based as a proof of concept, because I don't need to do a lot of visual assets per se. There we go. And then of course we can do this, we can port this to a single player experience. That's 100%. I can definitely port this to a single player experience. Exciting. That's one of it for next year. I can kind of do an arena style game, but the arena style game probably I need to do a little bit on. I need to, not say expand a little bit. I need to do a few extra iterations in my head for a while, and probably I come up with a proposal that could be a next year game too. But I only can choose one, so I need to be very picky. And the reason, okay, so now let's talk about the arena. The arena game has one, I won't say ulterior motive, it has one specific goal. And that is, okay, can I make a better version of Brawl for All, right? Basically, that's that, right? Can I make a better version of the arena style combat? Because, you know what, I'll dig in a little bit. Brawl for All is a game mode that I got heavily disappointed, and it's I think the word is not disappointed. The word is, no, actually, you know what? I think the word is disappointed, because previously it was a different word. It's like it could have been great, right? It could have been great, but then again, maybe I just realized probably I'm just too hopeful thinking. So yeah, you know what? That's the reason why I don't want to revisit, because some of them is just, I just let it go. It's, yeah, I don't want to bring it up. That's it. So there we go. We got one game that we can kind of try to make. And then we have another, so no, not one game, we have two games. We have two games that we can kind of try to make for next year. Kind of. So with that, I think we reached to the halftime show. So I'm gonna do a little break. I need to get some water. My throat is dry. Oof. And we're gonna do some game. No, as usual, we're gonna do game dev as well. Like I said, tonight is a cold night, so what can I do? Okay, and we will talk a little bit about what type of games can we. No, I've decided there are one or two games I would like to stream. If it's a cold night, I would rather do something about it. Yeah, rather than just show you guys this, which is. And with that being said, you know what? I'm gonna give a few more cold nights before I call it. But I think we could call it already, truth to be told, okay? But I'm just gonna give this game until the end of the year, right? A chance until the end of the year. And then I think next year we can make a few key decisions. Yep. Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna take a break. Do I have a break screen? No. I have a pause screen. Okay, pause it is. And we are back. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, number one, I would like to do is I want to fix the main game. No, not the main game, the Twitch game. That was the primary. No, actually, you know what? There's a few things I'm gonna talk about this, but okay, no. Now, let's see. How do I begin with this? The main reason I want to continue. No, I already have the reason why I want to continue game dev. No, yes, I need to consolidate a few things, and then I want to make the game the development a little bit more efficient. So something I've learned throughout my game dev journey so far is that I, not to say I have wasted time to do things, but because of the single player game, I kind of neglect a little bit on the Twitch side. Okay, I have to be honest, I definitely neglect a lot. Yeah, and that is I've created a lot of assets, but I could not use it for the Twitch side of games. But because the main reason is also very straightforward, it's a whole different game. Yeah, it's a whole different game because the single player experience was to test a few things, basically my capabilities and my skill, and then of course to prove a few points as well. And I think I can safely say we have proven a lot of points, especially for me. Okay, I have proven a lot of points whereby I said, you know what, most of this stuff is doable as long I got the skill. And I think that's the next thing. Okay, it's the skill. I really need the skill to pay the bills. That's it, right? That's that. Nothing else. In general. Okay. No, we don't want this guy because we have a. So first thing I need to fix is the what do you call this, the enemy for the raid game. So we have an enemy, but our enemy is not attacking. So bring this guy up. So a lot of things are not basically it's not working. So we have two enemies. Oh, come on, there we go. Okay, so we have two exactly identical not say characters, enemy setup. The difference is One of it is a new model, literally new model. So I want to do one or two things. I want to standardize the attack thingy, make sure everything is working. So let's begin with this guy. All right, so the base avatar. Okay, because of the humanoid avatar, there is a few small little animation triggers whereby it will do a few things. So one of the key thing is, let me get some animation window out. Okay, there we go, got a window out. And it's under armature. So idle. So we have an that there we go. Slam. Yeah. So attacks like this has some triggers. Boss attack. Yeah. Also have some triggers. However, our new character, we don't have. So I want to find a standardized system so that we can get all of this stuff working. Okay. So before we do anything, I want to make sure our base version is working fine. That is the most important thing, because if the base version is not working, then we have some issue. Yes, sirree. Okay. Yep. Close you. Because one of the main thing is, if I manage to get one or two things in place, I can create a lot of characters, and all I need to modify a few small things. That's it. Yeah. So I need to put a flag and note for myself. Like, okay, if I were to change character, it's just basically I'm showing you how I'm doing my game dev. That's that. Okay, let's go to our manager. We should have our enemy. There we go. Enemy. Boop. Okay, and then let the game load up. Adventure. There we go. There's an attack. Alright, cool. And I need to fix all this. There's so many things I need to fix. So that's one thing I want to clean up a little bit, so that at the end of the day, we are good. Yeah, we are golden. What a punt. Okay. Let's bring up some script. I also need to adjust the script as well. Let me adjust the script so you guys can see it. Now, at the same time, one of my, not say stupid plan, like one of my other plan is like, maybe, oh no, you know what, I'm not good enough to do any game dev Q&A. I only can do game dev live. And then if anybody were to ask how to do this, I will say, I don't know. Oh, that's the only thing left. I really don't know. Okay, rate manager. No, we don't want rate manager. Actually, we want rate manager. Okay, because rate manager has an internal attack system. Boss is dead. Next boss. Up. Okay, so it's not here. It's not here. It's under the boss. Okay, so let's go to our enemy avatar manager. Rate avatar manager boss v2. Detection. Okay, if player detector, check surrounding, and draw boss attack hit. Okay, so we want to double check a few things. Multi hit, no. Check surrounding, player detect clear, no, not this. There we go. Okay, player detected. Animation trigger. Okay, so we need to put a note over here. Note, need to try with new. Okay, just gonna put a small little note for me. So it says here, blah blah blah. Right, go to my AI, and then it does an animator and then set trigger. Okay, so boss attack. Not a big deal, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to this guy over here. compiling. Yay. And then I'm gonna bring you through the single player as well, because the single player it's almost there. We have a few small things I would like to not say change. I think as for UI, we are done with the UI personally. Not gonna do too much. But I need to package it. Oh, I need to package it. Okay, we will do our packaging and stuff. Okay. No, here. There we go. Animator. Okay, so we need a new animation for our for this guy. So we need a new animator for this guy. So for this guy, what I can do is I will put under. I realized something. Okay, you know what? Just for placeholder, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do an yeah, we're gonna put here, and then we're gonna do animation animator. Oh no, no need animator. Because I can directly, yeah, I can directly, it will auto create once I put an animation for it. Okay, so create dedicated game. Yep, this is gonna be, okay, I'm gonna call it placeholder animation. And under the animator, there we go, you can see it. Perimeters, we want to have a trigger, so this is gonna be attack, but I'm gonna copy paste. It says boss attack. Yeah, so that's the reason why I want to standardize a few things here and there, so that everything is good and great. And when I want to modify, I like, okay, you know what? I know what to modify. Boss attack. Okay, there we go. Boss attack. When we do it, it will do something. Now for this, we're gonna just do a body ground slam per se. So it goes up and it slams down. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So just click this guy. Okay. Yes. We want to just make a keyframe. So let's add, no, not animation event. Position. No, you know what? I'll just do this. Manually key. Okay, cool. And then I'll just do this. So this guy goes up. And then it slams down super fast. Like, boom, back to 0. Okay, and then I'll just play. Okay, no. There we go. Feels more impact. Yeah, because I want to move the arms, but I've forgotten that I did not adjust the arms at all. Okay, so that's done. And that's good. Okay, now we can stop playing. Make sure it's turned on. Enemy, we don't need an avatar per se because this guy doesn't have an avatar. And next up, we got our placeholder animation. Now, next thing we need to put is our animation trigger and command. So I need to load up this guy again. And then we need to go through how do I set this up. So under armature, we have attack module. We have, okay, so we have some cool stuff over there. Animation event. Okay, we don't need animation event. We need attack module. So we're going to copy component from this guy, and then we're going to put it here. Nope. Module. Okay, this part unfortunately you can't really see too much because of a few small things. Set self collider. Where is my self collider? Set, yeah, enemy. Enemy detection. Melee detection, which is here. So hit, oh, there we go, collider. Double check. Yeah, melee detection. I did set up a little bit easier right now. Another thing is attack location. Okay, so the attack location is the hand. We don't. Okay, attack location is the body itself. No, let's grab something that I already created down here. Attack location locator. Attack range. Attack range, we just make it default. There we go. Attack range. No. Attack range is higher this round. So we're gonna do 1. No, 1 is too big. 0.5. Yes, that's too small. 7.5. Too big. 6. 6.5. Just nice. Okay. Just nice. Because when you do it slam, that's the thing that it would hit. Okay, cool. So when it hits. Nice. Okay, so that's that. And animator, make sure we have, yeah. Okay, do we have any animator that we need to care about during the attack? Yes, we need to check one very important thing, and that is boss attack. We want to see how I set up the animation. However, I can't really show you that, but there is a trigger. All right, animation on attack. On attack hit boss. Okay, so this is what I want. Yeah. So we need that guy. Okay, go to this guy again, open up. Put it in. On attack hit. No hit boss? Huh. Interesting. Okay, just leave it there for now. I already have my placeholder stuff over here. On attack hit boss. Okay, that's it. That's it. As far as this is concerned, my goodness, English is not. Enemy avatar, put you here. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the debugging section of the game. So when the enemy attack, we should see something. There we go. Okay, sweet. Animation event on attack. Okay, we have a missing animation event. Very, very important. Okay, so let's take a look. What's missing? Attack module. Let's double check our attack module. No, not here. Is it this guy? KO animation on attack and on attack hit. Yeah, so there we go. Boss V2, boss attack hit on death ends. Okay, so we need this guy, but we need to disable a few things, which is because we have face controller over here. This is the part that not saying I don't like it, but this is the annoying part. Okay. Let's see how I set this up. Okay, cool. That's it. Only a few things needed. Okay. Let's play. Hopefully, even though I did not assign a few things, it should follow through. Hopefully, if it. Oh, I just realized. We need a new animation for this guy because it's directly to attack. And I think I've forgotten that part. Alright, sweet. So at least I managed to. Because I knew like I need to do one more extra stuff when it comes to that. Okay. We're gonna call this placeholder idle. Yeah, all right. And then this is gonna be a new character will be introduced into the single player game. So that's that. Simple as that. Yep, yep. Okay. No, this guy will go from a little bit, and that's it. There we go. Hover a little bit. Hover down a little bit. Hover down a little bit. And then this one is gonna go backwards a little bit. Down a bit. And play. Yep. Alright, sweet. Simple. Simple animation. Okay, idle, it's the default state, and then make transition. There we go. This one had no exit time, so we're gonna make sure everything is 0, 0, fixed duration, nothing. Okay, this is gonna be immediate boss attack. Yes. Saved and play. Okay. Alright, now I need to check if my boss is executing anything. Oh. It hits straight away. Yeah, you can see character just went. Okay, 1. 2. Aha! It worked! It worked! Oh, first try! Yeah! Yeah, Twitch. Okay, boss spawn point. Yeah, okay, cool. So it doesn't really need that thing to work, which is nice. Okay, I need to double check some of the things as well. We want to see why my we want to see it's because there's no effects and whatnot. I think that's the next thing I need to do visually, and I think we reached to a point where I need to actually not say double down, but I need to pick up the slack for the visual department. Ooh. So one thing I learned from the game dev is that coding is fun, right? I do like the coding side, but at the end of the day, visual we cannot, and I meant we cannot neglect, because this would really make or break a game. No, spawn point. Yep, okay, I want to see you. Red player avatar. No, where's my HP? Player avatar manager, current HP. There we go. So 1 hit, push, HP 2. Another hit. Okay, this guy is working. Current HP for the boss is 88. So if my avatar hit, it should go 86. Because I think it's 2 points. 2 points worth of damage. Yes, 86. Okay, good. Yes, I saw the hit. 84. Good. Everything is working. Everything is working. First try. Cha-ching. Alright, so I'm going to mark this off in terms of placeholder. Placeholder robot is done, or any enemy. So now any future characters, it's simple. I don't need to go too deep. Yep. So that's great. That's really, really great. Yeah, I'm excited. Oh boy. Okay. With that done, did I? Did I? Hello? Okay, cool. Okay, sweet. I was going through the script and see what's happening, and everything is done. Okay, this is done. We can close this. Build manager 8 config. Oh no, we don't need config. Yeah. Attack module. I did put a note. Where's the note? I just want to update the note. Boss. Yeah. All right. Get hit manager. Currently use. Yeah. Okay. Currently using player hit manager. Apply damage. No. Wrong one. It's supposed to say attack trigger. Where's the attack trigger? Oh, I lost it. Attack bare hand. There we go. Boss V2. No. Need to modify? No. I'm gonna add a note says important. This is basically me just putting all the small little notes in my dev. So when I were to revisit, at least when I see the notes, like okay, it's there. So important, make sure. You it has this attack trigger. All right, there we go. Done. 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 Sweet. Sweet. Okay, so we are almost at the end of our show, unfortunately, which is not so fun. But then again, I just realized Casual Night Chit Chat Show, I did not change my stream info. Terrible. No wonder I'm streaming other stuff. Yeah. Okay. Done. Save. Make sure it's under brawlers. Okay. Where we are right now. Hold on a sec. Alright, doing some logistic tick, and then I will. While this is still loading. Again, I always forgot. Always forgot to change the screen when it comes to this type of game dev. That's the reason why I want something playing at the background, for sure. Yeah, if not, it's gonna be annoying. Not say annoying, but it feels static, and then it's like I'm looking at nothing. One of the reasons why picture in picture, like if I put a webcam, it will be a bit easier because I'm moving. But oof, I think that's the new trend, right? That's the correct trend, right? No, I need to do some what do you call this? Oh, I can't do anything about it. Okay, cool. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. All right, cool. One of the biggest thing I want to show is here. Now there's some error which I don't like seeing it, but unfortunately it had. Let's see if I can fix this. Okay. So it says clickable item, not an item. If okay, just do a quick little thing. So right now this is giving me an issue. If this is valid, then we only do this. But at the same time, we need to make sure hit world position is hit point. So we need to find a way if hit point is. Oh. Dang it, I can do this. Because we have void check item over here. Check click item. I'm just gonna explain this a little bit more. This is what happened when I were to aim something and click. I cast a ray, but problem is here whereby it just sent hit in world position, and then we need to make sure the position is something that we can hit. Yeah, there we go. Track world, transform dot position, hit position. This would be a vector tree. Problem is, how can we show that this is a vector tree or not? Yeah, see, the error is compounding, so I need to avoid this. Okay. So let's do this. Let's do a quick one. Island. Out of bound plane. Out of bound plane has nothing. So can we, but this also have nothing under the island. Mouse over layer. Mouse over layer. So why? Why did it have error? No idea. No idea. That's the annoying part. Okay. Yeah. Okay, you know what? Let's do something. I'm gonna do a debug log. Hit world, because this is the one that's having error right now. This guy. To string. Okay. Debug log. No, I don't need you directly. I need to see what is this guy hitting, because right now this is giving this not an item, because when it's not an item, why do we need to do this, right? Send mouse in 3D space position. This is mainly for the character to walk around. That's the reason why I have that. It's mainly for ape to walk around the island. But then even though it says walk around, but it doesn't register. Ugh. Okay, before we do some bug fix, I just want to do a quick little overview of the game and where we are right now. Most of it it is kind of done-ish. And then the previous stream episode, what we did was the building. So this whole thing is done already. Once we click here, I'll just clean up this part a little bit more, but the reason why I'm not cleaning up yet, I really want to get some UI. So I'm gonna just port in some basic UI. We're gonna remove this debug mode. So we are here, right? Everything is nice. Also, we want to change this. We will go through this whole entire thing soon. Oh, because there's no energy. When there's no energy, we should say we should show nothing. I know this is an energy button. So we're gonna do a few things. If we can do it today, great. If not, that's that. Hovers. A clicker game. So we have a clicker game. We have a slider mini game. We have a sequence. This is my most proudest mini game mode, to be honest. Left, up, down, down. Game end. Ta-da! And then we can reset game. And then down. Okay, if you messed up, we can reset. And then oh, no resources. Okay, so when you say no resources, we also need to show what resources we need. So that's a few things we need to fix, and I think this is gonna be this week. This week is the target to complete everything, and then after that we are done. Next up we have building, so you can build building 1. It will show you the buildings. Okay, we don't have enough material, so it should show not enough material for something. And then under the building, we're supposed to exit, and then we can choose other buildings if we want to as well, if we select the wrong thing. So that's also a big thing to fix. Question is, do I have enough time? I don't know for this week, right? But this week we're gonna get as much stuff done. Okay, so wherever I click, it will walk around. The bad part is yeah, the bad part is, so we click. Yeah, the bad part is right now we have this little error which I don't like. It is messing me up a little bit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna switch to this guy. Okay, So our first error, according to this, is okay. Select item selected UI, deselect. If click item is this, da da da. I don't know why it's supposed to reset here. Oh, almost unmute. Forgot to unmute. So I was sneezing just now. And I remember there was one video that I sneezed and I forgot to mute it. I totally forgotten which part. Oh my goodness. Alright, so if you hear a weird sneeze, most likely it's this. And I've really forgotten where which episode it was. Because I know I told myself to edit it out. But I did not. I did not. So it should be one of this. Yep. Yep. Okay. And that's a little bit annoying though when it comes to stream. Okay. Game over, new game. Play. Yeah, alright, cool. Clear. Okay. Alright, so yes. Click item, get component. Item selected UI. I think the best way to do it is if okay. Switch. If click item has component for safety, so we can do this all. And then we're gonna copy this because if it's an item we will deselect. Yeah, we will deselect regardless. Yeah, we'll deselect regardless. Okay, cool. So that's that. Let it compile a little bit. Hopefully this will fix the main issue. And then once we fix this issue, we will just do a quick placeholder for the mini game. When there is no energy, it should say no energy. And when there's no resources, we should say no resources. And then we want to tell which resources that we are lacking. But for today, we just focus on no energy, no resources. Still here. Okay, click item. Okay, no. So instead of fetching component, we will want to fetch for game object. If we see a game object, we will say yes. If we don't see a game object, we will say okay, we can skip. Because even though if we cannot fetch for game object, we will still clear regardless. All right, sweet. Yes, yes, sirree, done. Okay, cool. So now let's focus on the task at hand, and that is our farming. Now a quick little, not say backstory. So let's see, what type of game have we copied from the Web3 space that failed, right? Game projects that failed. So we have copied a typical farmer's game. Okay, so we got our farmer's game over here, done. And that's good. So we have our farmer's game. We have a clicker-based game. I think that's about it. I don't think there's anything else that I've managed to copy. Okay, no resources. Oh. Okay, stop. Yes, okay, so mini game, because there's no resources, we should say no resources. Now, we're gonna also adjust our, what do you call this? What do I want to say? The UI for the individual mini game. So we want to call, all right, Okay, so instead of saying slider, close U. Okay, we're gonna call this a harvest wood mini game. Okay, there we go. Harvest wood mini game. Done. Image slider. Okay, so slider and image have to move together. Done. Okay, so we're gonna create a new empty container. This container will contain U, and U, which is this. So when there's no energy, this thing will disable, and then we will pop up a container, or rather a group, that says no energy. So for now, we're gonna focus on no energy. Beep. Okay, we're gonna put this a little bit bigger as a placeholder. Ta-da, no energy. Okay, switch. This is gonna be no resource. It's gonna be game. All right, just some quick container. Okay, slider mini game. So all of this is gonna be copy paste for other stuff as well. So update, we don't care about update. Start game, restart game, no. Button stop, restart, reset game. Okay, so slider mini game is very straightforward. The moment we go in, so it would be this, right? Only interaction of the mini game. Farmer get farmer, button restart game. So no. So what we're going to do is check for, because here we will check for energy. So we want to move this up here to here as well. And slider setup, slider parameters, slider setup, game manager, resource setup. So now here what we can do is we can set energy. This is energy use. Oh, yeah, energy. Slider counter, no. Max value, no. Reset game, no. Stop marker, no. Okay, so this is done. If slider active, slider counter 0. Start game, stop marker. When we stop marker, okay, so wood gathered, energy, and then this would be output wood, because this is a slider and this is a hard wood, and then gathered. Okay, done. Next up, we need a few things. Slider setup, we don't care. UI. This is gonna be game UI. And this is gonna be notif. I'm gonna short call it, right? So game UI, notification UI. Okay, so check for energy every time we enter the game. So we're gonna do it under stop marker, reset game, because we need to do that for other stuff. Check energy. Okay, and what we want to do is we don't need to stop. Wait, so when we click, we don't have enough energy because of this. Okay, so we have a how do I call it, a secondary check, or a basically I lazy on to modify too much. Okay, so what we can do is we can copy here. The reason is because if we restart game again, if we don't have energy, the game will not auto start. The only difference is because this has an auto start function. If we don't have an auto start function. Yeah, we have to worry a little bit more. So if more than energy, game UI is active, true, and then notification UI selective, false. Yeah, very straightforward. Very, very straightforward game. And then else false. Done. As far as the mini game is concerned for this, done. Oof. Oof. Okay. Energy, we need 10. Output wood. Game to game UI. Resource to notification UI. Okay, save and start. So because we got 0 energy, it should show no energy. No energy. Refill. There we go. Auto start. When you want to go restart. Okay, so when we go restart, it did not do anything. And that's the reason why we have our extra step that we made. Where was I? Oh, I got lost. I got lost. So when we restart game restart. Okay, and then where do I put this guy? Stop marker. You know what? Let's put it on top here. Check energy. So we will check energy, everything before it goes down there. Done. Dunzo, Dunzo. Okay. And I think that's it. For one, this is just to show you how it looks like, and then I'll do this on off stream, and then hopefully I manage to get all of them up. Okay, get this. Stop, restart, stop, restart. No energy. Yes, I could. You know what? No. When we restart, it should check again. That way, it get less confused. Yeah, okay. Next up, we need to do is this guy. Not enough resources. Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's it. Okay, Twitch did not give me anything today, which is nice. With that, that's all I have for you for today. So don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and help my YouTube channel grow. For those who are watching on Twitch and or Kick, I wish you good night and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night wherever you are. Yes, it's night for me. Until then, I will see you guys same time, same place, 9 p.m. PT time on Thursday. Poof. Whoa, you know what? Today we got at least a few things done. You know what? For another day. Story for another day.